Hey, good morning from New York. God bless you guys. What a beautiful day it is to be in the Big Apple. Thinking about yous, and I want to just talk to you about we're all heading home. Our fixed determination that keeps us in faith is we know eventually we're out of this planet and we're heading home. And I want that to be seared in your mind about heading home. Because I know many people in the Christian faith go through trials because the adversary, the devil, keeps on picking on us. So I get it. But I want to let you know, you got to tell old Slewfoot eventually I go home and I'm with the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. You've got to make that the confession of your faith. You got to let people know I'm heading home. We should coin that expression and preach the gospel and say, man, I just want to help you. I want to show you how to get back home. And I want you to teach people about home base. And I want you to explain it to them in any way you know how to explain it. Jesus went through all those trials for 33 years. But he knew in his heart of hearts, he knew, I'm heading home. There's a few songs about heading home. He was heading home. I believe we're going to head home one day. Come on, get ready. It could be quicker than we think someday, because he says in a moment, in a twinkle of an eye, the Lord shall take the church up. Now, I heard a story about a young boy that got lost. He was 7, 8 years old, walking down the streets. And he rings this doorbell. Now, picture this, 8 years old. Rings the doorbell and tells these people that he's lost. They said, wait, how could you be lost? He says, I wandered away from my home. He says, oh my God, give us your address and we'll get you. I don't know my address. I'm 8 years old. I don't know. I barely can spell my last name. And he's very upset. And the people want to help him, but they see they can't. How are they going to help him? So they don't know what to do. But that young man, they said, come on, sit at the table here. We're going to feed you. They brought out his best cereals. They gave him some cereal, and he's eating. And all of a sudden, he looks up, and he sees a church across the way. And he says to the people, and he sees a cross on the church. He sees a cross. He said, if you could bring me to that cross, I'll know my way back home. Come on, guys. We got to bring people to the cross. That's where the message should be going in this hour. Bring them back to the cross so they could find their way back home. Come on, guys. We've got to learn. We've got to get technique. We've got to get wise in the Holy Ghost and bring people back home. This is another way I'm giving you to approach people and tell them that Jesus is alive and well. And I want to direct you to home. My God, I'm going to start my preaching on the streets and wherever I go. I'm going to start, I just want to help you. I want to show you how to get back home. Come on. You're going to look at me like, what? Well, let me show you. And then I want to say this, that's the whole message. I mean, we could touch people's lives without getting so crazy and stop discerning them and tell them how evil they are and just tell them, I want to teach you the way back home. That's going to catch them. That rhythm's going to catch them. And I believe God's going to orchestrate. Some of you are going to get this message in your mouth today. You're going to say, my God, I'm going to start to practice that, teaching people how to get home. Come on, implement what I teach you. Implement what I teach you and we'll touch the world. God's raising an army through the land. I count you in the army. I count you as one of the people in the army. Start teaching people how to get back home. God bless you guys. Love you guys.